Hello guys, welcome to the channel and to the second episode of my new series where I explore the Lugano region. In this episode I will be exploring the city itself. I will start off in the main park of the city, then I will continue to the main square, show a shopping street and a church. So follow me on my tour. Behind me is, as you can see, a little harbor where there are sailing boats, and in front of me there is the park I was talking about before. The park even has a little beach, and of course it has great views. It is exceptionally well maintained. You cannot find any trash anywhere. Also in this park there are fountains of which you can drink. This is true for almost everywhere in Switzerland, unless the fountain itself says that it is not drinkable water. Of course the park is much bigger than this, but this is, I would say, the nicest area. There's also a little river that flows into the lake. So now I'm in the town hall of Lugano. As you can see, it is a very nice building. It is like in the middle, like an open area, as you can see. And here is the main square, and there is the lake. church is over 500 years old. I'm now in front of the church on the terrace, which has an overview of the city, as you can see. So I've been now through the main square, I've walked on the sidewalk next to the lake, and then I showed you a shopping street. Now I will take you to one of my favorite little streets, which I feel is a really authentic vibe to it. So let's go. Lugano, the first settlements here were found in 200 BC, that is before Christ. And now in 2022, it has a population of around 100,000 people. Other cities in this canton of Ticino are Bellinzona, which is the capital of this canton. There's also Lugano. This city also has a lake, but it doesn't have any university. In comparison to Lugano, which has two universities, one being Supsi, that has a more practical focus, and Usi is another one that has a more academic focus. Other cities in this canton are Chiasso, which is the border city with Italy, and also Mendrisio. In Mendrisio is also a faculty of Supsi, so it also is a kind of student city. If you go to Lugano, it is also kind of equal in terms of views somehow, but the people there are certainly different. They feel older since there is not really a university, so the student vibe of the city is kind of gone there. But nonetheless, it is a really beautiful place. But still, I think Lugano is the best place in this entire canton. Lugano and its surroundings, as you can see from this amazing view. I would say the shopping street in Lugano, it mostly consists out of designer stores, as you probably already saw, and in the city itself are many places where you can drink or eat something pretty cheap. I also have a personal recommendation for if you want to eat some very cheap and still good pizza or pasta. Is I'll put the name here. It's called Pizzeria da Franco. It's 10 francs for one pizza, which is a really good deal in Lugano. And these days, as it is kind of sunny, you hear more German and English in Lugano than Italian. Only the people that actually work here, like the bartenders, they speak Italian of course, but there are many tourists already. And it's just a normal Wednesday in the week. Also, I think I never saw a city with so many amount of pharmacies. Literally every street has one, or even two. This is probably my favorite street of the entire city. It's like a small street, very curvy. The houses are very cool and colorful. Many flowers, many plants, cool cars. We have a G-Class and the Audi RS Q3. In the background you can see San Salvatore and the church that we visited before. Also, these houses are over 100 years old. This cat you just saw walking is walking on the old funicular of Lugano. This funicular was firstly opened 100 years ago and was discontinued 40 years ago. It runs next to a huge staircase containing 265 stairs, probably the longest staircase of entire Lugano. And as you can see, it goes up there and all the way down to the lake, which is kind of makes sense because Lugano, it has a higher part and a lower part, and the funicular was supposed to run between the main hotels, one of them being there, Hotel Olac, and the other one being somewhere up there. But now it is no longer in use and the staircase became kind of a tourist attraction. Also, there is a very old church on this side. I will also go there later today. This is the church next to the stairs. boats. They are part of the public transportation, so we can also take them. They go occasionally, I think every hour, from the city center, which is there, to about 5 stops around the lake. If you have the GA travel card, the boats are also for free, unlimited. I'm now in a little grass field, a bit outside the center of Lugano, but still in the city itself, of course. As you can see, Lugano also has a fountain like the one in Geneva. However, this one is smaller. It's like a mini jet-o. It's located in a sub-city called Paradiso. This city is at the feet of Mount San Salvatore. As you can see, behind me is another little church. Also, I want to mention that in Lugano, people they care a lot about their appearance. It doesn't matter if you're old or young. Having these designer handbags as a girl is really popular, and wearing suits as a guy you can see pretty often, even though if just in the free time. Also, you don't really see many people with, for example, pink or blue hair, which, for example, in Bern you would see this more often, but here not that much. I think it is because of the influence from Italy, where style is also really important. I also like a lot this hall, also because it has many plants and the architecture is really nice. As you can see, the opposite side of the street is the same, with also many plants. And the lake is over there. Now I am at the Academic University of Lugano, which is called UCI. This is a school with the highest tuition fee of a public school in entire Switzerland. It costs 4,000 francs per semester to study here. I would say popular education degrees here are IT, communication and fashion. Many people from Italy, they commute over the border every day to study here. But I would say if you are actually from Lugano, many people they prefer Zurich or Geneva or Bern to study. Most of the degrees here are taught in Italian, especially the bachelor. But for the master, I'm very sure there are also a few which are only taught in English. This is the other university. It's a pretty new building, as you can see, kind of a concrete style. This one has the more practical focus, which means they focus more on projects instead of examinations. But also in this school it applies that the bachelor programs are taught in Italian, but the masters they're more in English. This school has great views on Montebre behind it, as you can see. And you can see also the river, and behind there some other mountains. This school is cost half of what UCI cost. It costs 1,650 francs to study here per semester, and if you are Italian, I believe it is only 800.